Transportation, sorry, I am in government, I like my acronyms. What the Georgia Department of Transportation referred to as Web Plus. The dedicated access route for those express lanes that's just north of Web Bridge Road. In spite of the city's efforts, and they were very robust, the state refused and rejected our request for that to be relocated to Encore Parkway, which we felt is a more appropriate location because of the commercial nature, the mixed-use nature of that corridor, and some of the development activity that we're hoping to spark down there. We felt that was a more appropriate location. The state does not agree with that, and so currently that project is inclusive of the Web Plus design. It's also inclusive of a dedicated transit flyover that connects into Web Bridge Road so that they have direct access into the MARTA park and ride at Web Bridge. Now, you may have heard that the governor has made some adjustments with respect to priorities for transportation projects and what they refer to as the state's major mobility program. That's all of these express lanes that they're putting around the state. It's the 285-400 interchange project, kind of that top end that they talk about. The Georgia 400 project was reprioritized. They want to put more emphasis on a truck route connecting the McDonough area down to Macon. And part of that was because of priority, and part of it was because the Georgia 400 express lanes includes a transit component. And unfortunately, we don't know. MARTA's still working with ATL, which is the Atlanta Transit Link Authority, to try to figure out what that transit really looks like, where nodes will be. We know that north of North Spring Station, they want it to be bus rapid transit. We actually like that in comparison to heavy rail because we can deploy it more quickly. It is more flexible, so as development patterns shift, transit can shift, and it's easier to make connections to destination points. And we believe that in suburban communities especially, heavy rail just does not make those last mile connections effectively, and that weakens the ability of transit to have an impact on mobility within the region and reduce traffic congestion. So that project is now slated for a 2022 construction start date. GDOT uses what they refer to as traffic ready as their completion date, and the traffic ready date is in 2027. So it is a long-term project. Now, in GDOT language, in the state's language, that's a short term. GDOT considers anything at 15 years long-term. At 15 years, I consider it pretty much useless because by the time you're doing it, the needs have shifted, right? But when you're talking about a statewide initiative, as they do, I get it. We still are wanting to make adjustments, and we see that shift in priorities is something that may give us some time to show and better demonstrate why Encore may be a better solution. So we haven't given up. That being said, I think I can safely say we're not extremely hopeful, but our council is a council of fighters, and they're going to keep fighting because we know that the residents of Alpharetta, and especially the Windward area, do not like the Web Plus project. We hear that loud and clear, and council fully understands it.